Can I get a Jack and Bag Coke, please? Oh, excellent. I just want to thank you all for coming here. I really appreciate it. I want to thank my parents for paying for this. And also being my parents, and also Danny for planning it. It's not often I can get so many close friends in one place. I'd also like to thank everyone for the hilarious roasts. But I wrote this before I heard them, so I'll just continue to thank the hosts. So, you've had your chance, now I can impart what I think of all you. Remember, it's all from the heart. Somehow, Marissa is related to every girl I've ever dated. Sharon continues in this vein. Dave's girlfriend Kelly went to college, who Sharon was friends with, went to college with Marissa. Now she wants to be a teacher, but how can the children reach her when she never uses her brain? Though Marissa went to college, she somehow got no knowledge of which classes to maintain. How is macroeconomics? How is macroeconomics? Jordan, you must be insane. And now my big friend Ben, he went to Cornell. His girlfriend while there was ugly as hell. He hardly ever saw her because her school is many miles away. So of course they broke up on graduation day. But he ended it to be with Megan, who obviously has no taste. Of course, he moved back to LI, and she continued school up in the state. Wherever she is, Tanya will laugh at anything. Where is she?
She went outside for a minute.
Okay. Kristen. My dearest cousin Kristen, or is it now Casey? To be honest, I care less than Grandma cares about your degree. You're the only cousin that never moved into the city, and you're wrong when you think that dogs don't compare to a kitty. Kristen has simple wants. She just wants us to obey. Everything she says, every single day. My friend Gregory's creative, with weird results when he gets bored. He made a pool cover out of garbage cans, and a spoiler out of soup cans, and a wooden board for his car. For some reason he moved to Suffolk, though it might as well be Guam. He went to an all-boys high school, but somehow ended up at my prom. I've got a lot of dirt on you, but I don't want to bore. Okay, most of it involves me, so that's why I won't say anymore. And Nancy, did you go to Fernwood? Because you never mentioned that. The Mets must not yet be at bat, because Uncle Jay's still here with us, because the Mets must yet be at bat. You think that I'm sarcastic, and Nancy's got me beat. Just ask the lady for some salt, or tell her to eat meat. I ridiculed New Jersey, but you know I was only joking. Especially now that I live in Hoboken. Matt and Melissa are from Atlanta. I'm so glad that you guys came. I don't have much to roast them on. Life in Georgia's kind of tame. Once when he was drunk, Matt tried to steal my neighbor's fence. Although he was just kidding, it made me kind of tense. He's also a consultant, so he travels every week. It's a good thing that he has Alyssa to keep his fashion. Is Bill here? Oh, there he is. Bill tweezed his eyebrows for his marriage. He sings and dances like Mac the Knight. So I can't say I'm surprised you're in the village without your wife. Had a great time at your wedding at your new dad's club upstate. The cabin we stayed in had some interesting board games. The one called Life as a Black Man sure was great. True story. Nevertheless, I enjoyed the celebration. At least that's what I'm told. I was kind of blacked out drunk for most of it. Did I really call your sister old? Tanya's So Tanya will laugh at anything. Obviously, that's why she's friends with me. She thinks she's a good singer, but I tend to disagree. When I tell people we went inch of grease, I get a funny glance. I reply, we didn't sleep together. She didn't get the chance. Candy is from Texas, but she doesn't have a twang at all. The only way to tell is by the way she says y'all. Cousin Matt and I lived together for a year, and boy, it sure was fun. Wherever did your shoe go? You get by with just one. When you moved in with Jamie in preparation for the hitch, you thought that I'd be mad. But I'm like, Ella, I'm no bitch. She's a female dog. So now you go to the suburbs, a domestic goddess, Jamie's not. But as long as she makes hot dogs, Matt will stick with what he's got. Dave asks if he looks fat. He calls 5 times a day. You might say he's arrived. He always says, lumberjack, am I acting good? Dave's a major meat freak. I can attest to that. Just don't tell him that this city is completely infested with rats. He always orders wine, doesn't drink that much. He cracks up an innuendo, so I'll just say, Dave, keep in touch. And a smile. Uncle Mike lights up the room. Whoops, my bad, that's a typo. Okay, now let's resume. He likes his dinner by 5:30. I can't believe you're out past 8. Don't you have early morning softball? Oh, I know, bowling alleys stay open late. But there's one thing that you've taught me, and it's not have to have fun. You've taught me that my father really is the easygoing one. Now, I would never call my sister Danny a gold digger, but she only dates lawyers, entrepreneurs, and investment bankers. So you fill in the figure. Although I tell you that you're ugly, you know I don't think that. It's the inside things that count. But your outside's getting fat. Relax, you know I'm kidding. Just like you know you're always right, and even when you're wrong, you still manage to win when we fight. So as I finish up your verse, I'll take one parting shot. Remember, I love you, Danny. Even if you're a mistake, and I'm not. And now, at the end, you come to Mom and Dad. Hey, I'm still 30, no grandkids. They claim not to be mad. Dad will tell the same story to you 500,000 times. Mom tells it once, but it takes an hour because she keeps on forgetting all the lines. Dad believes dad logic will always serve you. If it hurts your feelings, he won't care. If Mom doesn't know why something happened, she just invents a reason out of thin air. But if there's one thing they both love, is to spoil their son with toys. I'm not talking about myself. No, Jazz the dog is their real favorite boy. There's a few I haven't mentioned. I get the dates in just one shot. You all date losers and you're ugly. Except Sharon, you're hot. Sharon, I had a few lines for you, but I don't want to push my luck. Especially if later we might get a chance. Sorry. So as I finish up this verse, I want to tell you all sincerely how much you mean to me. I love my friends and family dearly. And that's the truth. I really want to thank you all for coming out. It means a lot to me. And I appreciate every single one of you being here. And I'm really lucky to have so many close family